Problem set 3, question number 7. We have a figure like this, and it is given that segment PT is the bisector of angle QPR. If segment PT is the bisector, then these two angles are congruent to each other. Why? Because bisector divides a single angle into two equal angles. So we have written given part, segment PT is the bisector of angle QPR. This is a prove that type of question. So we have written 3 steps given to prove and the proof. What we have to prove is PS is equal to PR. We have to prove PS is equal to PR. Coming to proof, this line is extended so that it meets ray QP at a point S. Therefore, we can take segment PT and segment SR as the parallel lines. Therefore, segment PT parallel to segment SR, and we are taking PS as their transversal. This line as the transversal. Therefore, angle QPT is equal to angle PSR. Why? Because corresponding angles. QPT means this angle and PSR means this angle. So both angles are corresponding angles. This angle and this angle. QPT is equal to angle PSR. Let it be equation number 1. Coming to second part, we have taken again PT and SR as the parallel lines, and this time PR as the transversal in this way. Therefore, TPR that is this angle, and PRS this angle, this and this angle are a pair of alternate angles, so they are equal to each other. Hence, we have written this as equation number 2. Now we know PT is the bisector of angle QPR. Therefore, these two angles are also congruent to each other. That is, angle QPT is equal to angle TPR. QPT, TPR. If you see here, equation number 1, 2 and 3, what common thing you find is QPT is equal to PSR and same QPT is equal to TPR. Then here also we can see that in equation number 1 and 2, left hand side is equal because QPT is equal to TPR. Therefore, here also QPT is equal to TPR. If left hand side is equal, then right hand side also should be equal. Therefore, we can write angle PSR is also equal to angle PRS. Now we know if two angles are congruent in a triangle, then sides opposite to those two angles are also congruent. This is converse of isosceles triangle theorem. Same theorem we will use here. Here we have got angle PSR is equal to angle PRS. Angle PSR means PSR, this angle. Angle PRS means this angle. Therefore, according to converse of isosceles triangle theorem, the side opposite to this angle is this side, and the side opposite to this angle is this side. Therefore, we get PS is equal to PR. PSR is equal to PRS from equation number 1, 2 and 3. Therefore, segment PS is equal to segment PR from converse of isosceles triangle theorem. To question number 8, we have this figure where segment AD is perpendicular to segment BC. Segment AE is the bisector of angle CAB. We have to prove that angle DAE is equal to half into angle C minus angle B. Since it is a prove that type of question, we will write 3 steps. First step is given. First we will write given segment AD perpendicular to segment BC. Segment AE is the bisector of angle CAB. Directly copied from the question. Coming to prove part. This is also same thing copied from the question. Angle DAE is equal to half multiplied by angle C minus angle B. Coming to proof. Now we know segment AE is the bisector of angle CAB. Now angle CAB means this angle, this entire angle. CAB means this entire angle, okay? Now this entire angle is divided into 2 equal parts by the angle bisector AE, which means the 2 equal angles are angle BAE and angle CAE. Therefore, we have written angle BAE is equal to angle CAE, since AE is the bisector of angle CAB. Let this be equation number 1. Now coming to triangle ADB. This triangle ADB, this triangle, we know all the 3 angles, if we add, we should get 180 degree. So we have written angle ADB, that is this angle, plus angle DAB, that is this angle DAB, plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. In bracket, sum of all angles of a triangle. Now angle ADB this is 90 degree plus angle DAB. Now why it is 90 degree? Because AD is perpendicular to segment BC. Therefore these two both are 90 degrees. So ADB is equal to 90 degree plus angle DAB plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Now 90 degree will go that side and become minus here. Angle DAB plus angle B is equal to 180 degree minus 90 degree. Angle DAB plus angle B is equal to 180 minus 90 is 90. Now angle B is equal to DAB will go that side. Therefore this 90 minus this angle DAB. Let this be equation number 2. Now we will take ADC, triangle ADC. We have added all the angles. Angle ADC, this angle, plus angle DAC, that is this angle, plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Again, sum of all angles of a triangle. ADC is 90 degree plus angle DAC plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. 90 degree goes that side, 180 minus 90 is 90. DAC goes that side, angle C is equal to 90 minus DAC, that is equation number 3. Now we will write here again equation number 2. So we will subtract equation number 2 from equation number 3. That is equation number 3 minus equation number 2. What happens is angle C minus angle B is equal to 90 minus 90 is 0. Angle DAC minus angle DAB we have written here. Again angle C minus angle B is equal to DAC can be written as angle DAE plus angle CAE, which is equal to angle DAC. So this entire thing we split into angle addition property, that is these two angles if we add we will get this angle. Now minus angle DAB can be written as angle BAE minus angle DAE. Now we will remove the bracket. Angle C minus angle B is equal to angle DAE plus angle CAE minus angle BAE. When you remove the bracket, this minus becomes plus DAE. Now according to equation number 1, we had got angle BAE is equal to angle CAE. Therefore we can cancel angle BAE and angle CAE. Therefore we will get angle DAE plus angle DAE, which is equal to 2 angle DAE. Therefore we have written angle C minus angle B is equal to 2 DAE. This 2 will come this side and it becomes, here it is multiplied, here it becomes divided, that is half into angle C minus angle B is equal to angle DAE.